This is a spiny dogfish shark. So the species classification for the spiny dogfish shark, its common name is just dogfish. It gets spiny from its identifiable spine, which is used as a defense mechanism. It's very prickly, so it is easy to identify because of that. Its scientific name is Squalus acanthius, Squalus being its genus and acanthius being its species. Its taxonomy from domain to genus is domain, Eukaryota, kingdom, Animalia, phylum, Chordata, class, Chondrichthyes, subclass, Elasmobranchi, order is Squaliformes, family is Squalidae, and its genus is Squalus. This is the kingdom cladogram. The spiny dogfish is in the Animalia kingdom, and it has a cell membrane, which is the basis of all life, and all the kingdoms have this. But the archaea and the bacteria do not have a nucleus like Animalia, fungi, and plantae do, and protista. Protista are not multicellular like plantae and fungi and Animalia, and fungi and plantae are not mouth eaters like Animalia is. This is the phylum tree. There are 9 phylums displayed here. Although there have been 36 phylums to be identified, almost all life on Earth today only is contained within these 9 phylums. And Chordata is the one that spiny dogfish falls under, and it is differentiated from all the other phylums because of its segmentation properties. The reproduction for spiny dogfish, it's used in something called aplacenta viviparus, which means that the embryo develops within the mother's body in an egg and is not laid until it is ready to hatch, just about ready to hatch. And these eggs for the spiny dogfish give birth to 2 to 11 pups, and these pups will live on live on to a life that ranges between 25 to 100 years. And this is really long, but this is a good repaying for its long maturation period that it does have to go through. And males have an 11-year long maturing period, and females have a 19 to 20-year maturing period. So it is very hard to get to that point, so that is why the lifespan is really long. Its gestation period, which is how long it stays within the mother's body before being laid, is 18 to 24 months, which is the longest gestation period known within all vertebrates. In order to reproduce, males have claspers, which are elongated pelvic fins, and those are inserted into a female cloaca. And the cloaca is used for reproduction and digestion. The spiny dogfish fish's digestive system is made up of a tube that starts in the mouth and goes through the anus, and this tube has coils and branches. Its liver is made up of 3 lobes as shown in the diagram, and its stomach is in a J shape. The female cloaca is used for both digestion and reproduction, as mentioned before. Homeostasis. The spiny dogfish shark has a single closed circulatory loop which blood flows through, and it starts from the heart, goes to first the gills, and then the rest of the body, and then back to the heart. It lives in waters of high salinity, and because of this, water can easily escape its body because of osmosis. But it prevents this by turning excess nitrogenous waste into urea and trimethylamine. It also excretes excess salt through its rectal glands. And spiny dogfish sharks, they collect oxygen through on these folds called lamellae on their gills, and they do this by swimming to reventilate their gills and collect new air, and that's why sharks are always swimming, so they can reventilate their bodies. Their global distribution. So spiny dogfish sharks are one of the most abundant shark species in the world, and they are found all over the place. So most primarily the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Ocean. And because of their mating behaviors, they are found in more coastal regions, as you can see from the diagram. And even though they are one of the most abundant species, they are considered threatened on the conservatory scale. And threatened, it is on the lowest tier of threatened, but it is not on the safe side either, because they are hunted, and it does take a long time for for the spiny dogfish sharks to mature and reproduce, as said before. The habitat and niche of the spiny dogfish shark. So they are found in more shallow waters, ranging from 10 meters, but go all the way up to 200 meters. But they have been found at depths of even 800 meters. So as far as we know, there is no maximum depth they can go down to, because we have not seen them. We've seen them in a deeper region than just 200 meters. They are mostly found in cold and warm temperaments of water, mostly from 6 to 11 degrees Celsius water. They have sensitive hearing to avoid predators and very sharp teeth to defend themselves and catch prey. They have but their main defense mechanism is their spine, which they can curl their bodies and the spine sticks out, and it's a very sharp spine, and they can lash out at predators or other things trying to hurt them very effectively. This is a food web for spiny dogfish. It primarily eats schools of fish, crabs, and smaller sharks. However, they are preyed on by larger sharks, seals, killer whales, and cod, which is a common predator for them. So they are kind of in the middle of a food chain. This is a fossil diagram for a spiny dogfish shark. And the fossil records for the spiny dogfish shark is that they have been recorded to date back to the Denovian period, which is 400 to 450 million years ago, and they originate from the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans, which they are native to today.